Good Morning Night Vale is brought to you by The Disappearances of Lydia Fontaine, a new independently produced and crowdfunded 10-episode original audio drama. Set in a deceptively familiar world of electronic surveillance and machine-mediated communication, The Disappearances of Lydia Fontaine follows Lydia Ryan and her friends, lovelorn Ethan and wannabe internet sensation Dee, as they struggle to unravel the mystery of her mother's disappearance. Escape the sinister Fontaine family, and survive the feud over her grandfather's supernatural legacy. It weaves bitter family drama and high-stakes intrigue with fantasy and cyberpunk elements to create a surreal mystery about secrets and grudges, old books, big data, and the promise of infinite knowledge. And do not forget the talking birds. It's a full-cast production with original music and a bespoke soundscape presented through a series of found-footage-style surveillance recordings. And it's important to note, this show was made entirely without generative AI. Even the computers are voiced by human actors. Episodes are free, and you can start listening right now with the Season 1 finale due to come out on August 16th. For more information, go to lydiadisappears.com. and find The Disappearances of Lydia Fontaine wherever you get your podcasts and start listening from the beginning.
Insurance isn't one size fits all, and shopping for it shouldn't feel like squeezing into something that just doesn't fit. That's why drivers have enjoyed Progressive's Name Your Price tool for years. With the Name Your Price tool, you tell them what you want to pay, and they show you options that fit your budget. Enough hunting for discounts, trying to calculate rates, and tinkering with coverages. Maybe you're picking out your very first policy, or maybe you're just looking for something that works better for you and your family. Either way, they make it simple to see your options. No guesswork, no surprises. Ready to see how easy and fun shopping for car insurance can be? Visit Progressive.com and give the Name Your Price tool a try. Take the stress out of shopping and find coverage that fits your life, on your terms. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
No one has seen the trees this week.
Hopefully they'll come back soon.
Good morning, Night Vale.
Hi, my name is Meg Bashwiner, and I just enjoyed a scone made by my friends Symphony Sanders and Hal Lublin.
Hi, I'm Symphony Sanders, and I ate a bit of it, and I did very little work.
I'm Hal Lublin. I did a third of the work, and I ate more than a third of the scone. And this is Good Morning Night Vale. It's so odd to, just a little inside baseball. Normally we're in different rooms. Now we're in the same room.
Yeah.
My apartment.
We're
touching.
all,
Wait.
yeah, we can
touching.
all join
We're
hands.
touching.
We're all touching
We're all
hands.
joining hands.
And
I'm feeling the energy.
normally there are weird pauses because, there's lag on the internet when you're recording stuff. And this time there was real life lag that's probably been edited out because I completely lost my place in the doc that I am looking at that is our guide through this episode. But anyway, we are 3 cast members from Welcome to Night Vale, and we talk about Welcome to Night Vale on Good Morning Night Vale, the podcast for people who listen to Welcome to Night Vale to listen to and go, hey, they like what I like.
And this week's episode is 35, Lazy Day. It's a totally lazy day in Night Vale. Feeling really tired, increasingly tired. Here's some news, I guess. Updates on the summer reading program, the Brown Stone Spire, and a delicious new cereal on the market. Just so lazy. Everything slowing down. I think I read that really good.
I think you did great.
That was
It's a
really,
good read.
really good performance. I like
It's a
it.
good read.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah.
Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it. Let's us talk about it. Yeah. So this one, the way this one opens up, it really sets the tone where we're kind of like it's a very hot day, and we're kind of getting the picture of like the antique shop. Is the pace is very different there than it normally is. The faceless old woman is looking at the same bee websites that she is always looking at and not terrorizing anyone. Just like I like that. That's what she does in her off time when she's not like creeping you out of your house is she's just looking at the websites about bees.
Well, she is overly concerned with your internet connectivity.
That's true, because she's got to be loading those bee videos.
Yeah.
She likes to get bee-faced.
Symphony, I think you should tell everyone about bee-faced, which is something that was invented by Dispersion.
So Dispersion, John, thought it would be like a practical joke thing, similar to like, I don't know, just like a practical joke, like getting punked.
Yes.
Like getting
a punking
punked.
of sorts.
A punking of sorts. It's where you just throw a bunch of bees in somebody's face and then you're like, you got bee-faced.
This is a theoretical punking. It never actually happened.
Right.
But sometimes we'll be like walking somewhere and a bug will fly in our face and we'll be like, oh, I got bee-faced.
And it's just that funny, like every time.
Yeah.
So you get stung in your eye and you're like, where's the camera?
Yeah.
Where is
Who's
it?
John, come out.
You
You
got
bee-facing
me.
me?
Jamie Kennedy.
My eyes swollen shut.
Yeah.
This whole episode, everybody is like having like a slow, lazy time, except for Carlos.
No, it speeds Carlos up.
He's getting a lot of work done.
I have an early theory.
What is it?
Because they're talking about how the magnetic fields, they are the ones that are going crazy.
Yeah.
Like everything else is super slow, but the magnetic fields are going crazy. Maybe Carlos has some sort of magnetic fieldy thing that's inside of him
Whoa.
that he could be, he has some sort of magnetic field thing to him. All right, that's my early theory.
Well, and also that would jive with him being like, he came from the outside.
Yeah.
Like he was a outsider at the beginning.
Right.
And so maybe his like he vibrates on like a different level than everybody else. So when everybody else is being slowed down, and he always notices like the weird stuff, like when time is slowing down and stuff like that, and nobody else seems to be concerned with it. So it stands to reason that he would also be affected if he has some sort of magnetic field or is like on this other magnetic wavelength, that he would function differently during this time. Yeah.
Yeah. That makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
I also like that throughout this episode, we touch base with so many things that have happened in this story. I mean, we go back at like there's the Brown Stone Spire.
Brown Stone Spire.
Brown Stone Spire.
Brown Stone Spire.
Oh, fun with editing.
Yeah, you bring up a good point. It is sort of like, I'm sitting here thinking it's like the Marvel Cinematic Universe where we've been introduced to all of these different characters and they're starting to come together.
Yeah.
You know, this is the locomotion is being set. There's Strex Corp. A lot of things are happening in the background. And this, you know, the way things are described, it is a day where nothing's happening, but a ton is happening in the larger picture of Night Vale.
Yeah, it's like kind of fake out where it's like nothing's going on here. Everything's just real slow, but there's like these wheels kind of grinding into motion in the back where they're dropping plot pieces that are about to come in. Yeah, we're fully in season 2 at this point. Yep. This is when the boys discovered plot and what plot could be. So in season 2, they discover plot.
Yeah, well, and when you're starting out, and they were introducing such a large world in season 1, like you're getting like all these different characters and things like that. And now things are starting to come together and they're like, oh, wow. Okay, well, we're going to do something with all these people. Like, for example, my character, Tamika Flynn, she's really starting to develop her militia, her child militia.
Yeah.
Even at 12 and carrying around the hand of the librarian to show people how tough she is.
It's so dope.
I know. I would wear a friggin' hand around my neck.
What's something that you've slayed that you would want to wear like a piece of it with you?
I constantly slay bugs. Like,
yeah.
So I would want like a little tube with like the bug inside of it. You know what I mean? Like as a pendant.
Yeah, like the one time I clapped my hands and actually got the fly.
Yes.
I want that fly bronzed.
Ninja Master.
And I want the fly bronzed and put on a pinky ring.
Oh, where it's
That's
like
what I want. Yeah.
Forever.
Exactly. I'd be like, let me just readjust. While we're negotiating, let me readjust this fly I killed by clapping.
Yeah, I'm a hunter.
Yeah.
What about you, Meg?
I think I'd go somewhere different with it. Like it's something that like I actually slayed. Like I used to have really bad driving anxiety and I got over that. So maybe like slaying my driving anxiety, I could somehow like, I don't know, wear a stoplight around my neck.
Oh, yeah.
Albatross around your neck.
Yeah, full size.
A full size, like 6 foot tall stoplight.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you mean the pole as well?
No, the stoplights are actually huge. They don't look huge because they're all the way up in the sky, but like stoplights are like, I think they're like 5 feet tall, 6 feet tall.
You'd be like going full.
No,
I'm serious. I'm going to go to Dr. Google right now. How big is a stoplight?
I
You'd be going full Flavor Flav with that, though.
I saw a guy in a basket, like one of those like trucks with the basket, the cherry picker. on
Oh,
top.
I'm thinking like a wicker basket.
It was a guy with a wicker basket, and he was apple picking by the traffic light. No, he was, I think, changing the bulbs, and he took the whole thing and turned it. And I was like, of course it turns. That was a major thing for me. But also, it didn't seem like it was 6 feet tall.
They're over 4 feet tall.
Over 4 feet.
This is a
tall.
picture of a woman next to one. Okay,
Oh, wow.
That is big.
it's pretty big.
We still don't know that she isn't very small.
It's true. She could be miniature.
Even if she
proves
was.
nothing. Show me Shaq holding one of those, and then I'll get a good sense.
Have you ever seen the picture of Shaq with his girlfriend?
No.
She's very small.
Ooh.
That happens a lot. I think because as a small woman, I like a big man, like a tall, big man.
As a tall woman, I like a small man. I don't know why.
Hey.
I like to feel like an Amazon at all times.
I feel like I'm average sized, and my wife is average height as well.
Yeah.
I think we kind of sought each other out that way.
You're like
We were
looking
on,
for somebody regular.
Yeah, we were on mediumheightsingles.com, and that's where we met. That's Shaq with his girlfriend. No, that's his daughter.
No, that's a woman.
That's a woman.
Yeah.
Look at her.
Yeah.
He's like, I want you to meet our girlfriend. She's very small.
She's very small. Yeah, she's
Does
I
she
have so many
sleep in one of
questions.
his shoes?
Like Thumbelina.
her foot.
Yeah.
His foot is the size of her calf.
Yeah.
What? That is.
This is recent, so he's divorced from his wife.
don't
Oh,
know.
yeah. Yeah.
And
That's
he's
been a
dating
while.
now.
This has been What's Happening with Shaq, your weekly podcast, where 3 people who work on the show called Welcome to Night Vale check in with Shaq.
Yeah, what's up with Shaq?
Speaking of people with another weird name, let's talk about Barks on Wee.
Barks on Wee. Barks on Wee shows up.
Because
Welcome,
you're like,
Barks.
okay, secret police mascot Barks on Wee. He always says, citizens, be alert, but not too alert. There's much that you should not see. Only you can prevent your own house mysteriously catching on fire. Woof, woof. I'm imagining, because they said he's like, they're imagining he's a little cartoon dog, but the secret police won't declassify what he looks like.
Yeah.
What do you think Barks on Wee looks like?
Well, we get descriptions of what he looks like later on in the game, but right now,
saying
if I'm going
right now,
if I'm going
fresh.
into it, Barks on Wee. I'm gonna I think like Nana from Peter Pan, like that
Whoa.
real like shaggy,
Oh, like a St. Bernard
yeah, like a
type
big
dog,
kind
yeah.
of flopsy, shaggy, large governing dog.
I'm thinking of something French because of ennui.
Ennui.
Oh.
He's like a Poirot of dogs. And he's like, I cannot believe you think that you are safe, you silly. You are constantly in danger. Ha ha, wee, wee, wee. Woof, woof. Actually, French dogs don't say woof, woof. And like, if they show the onomatopoeia, they say woo, woo.
Woo woo.
Whoa, whoa.
Woo, woo.
And chickens say cocorico.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's somewhere dogs go wang. Somewhere in Asia, I think. They're like wang, 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 which is actually pretty accurate too. Dog noises around the world.
This has been Dog Noises Around the World,
Yeah.
your Shock podcast.
Thank you, Uncle John's bathroom reader. No, they're seriously like, here's how they say it. Like in this country, it's written as wang, wang, wang. In this one, it's ow, ow, ow. And this one, it's woo, woo, woo.
Yeah.
I know it sounded like I was doing like a 1950s
Wang, wang,
Catskills
wang.
bit.
Woo, woo,
like,
woo.
here's how the Asians would have a dog talk. But like literally, that's the sound that they choose, which
Yeah.
is true. I like ing wing wing. If you say that, like you sound like a
Ing,
dog.
wing, wing?
You go ing wing 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 like that.
Oh,
Yeah.
Also, you sound like a
Hey, wait.
revving, like a motorcycle. No, when you're like,
Yeah.
that's me revving an engine of
Jerry, get on.
This has been mouth sound effects with your dog team.
I imagine that he looks like Spuds McKenzie, but as a uniformed police officer, like a crossing, and
Oh,
sounds
yeah.
like Paul Giamatti.
Voiced by Paul Giamatti.
Yeah.
He's like kind of tough, like
Yeah. Or he has that kind of like, I don't know. There's something to like Paul Giamatti where he always seems tired. Like there's something
Yeah.
tired
like a
in
new
him.
Columbo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm feeling it.
Yeah.
All right.
Barks on. Whenever I see a dog that is also a cop, I'm like just so torn, because I love dogs and I just want to be like, hey guy, but like I understand that you're working.
Yeah.
But also you're a narc.
But he was born into that world.
Yeah.
Like it's like
I know it's not the dog's fault that he's a narc.
he
but-
was born into The Departed. The dog is
Matt Damon?
Matt Damon.
Matt Damon?
He's like
yeah.
Matt Damon. Actually, that would be funny if Matt Damon was a dog.
That would be pretty good. They could redo the Shaggy Dog again. It's almost time.
Yeah.
Every several decades.
So after Barks on We comes on, we get a little update on the summer reading program, the kids, and they're like, in the sandways training and screaming. And we get the famous line from Tamika, "We do not look around. We do not look inside. We do not sleep. Our God is not a smiling God. And we are ready for this war." And you guys, I think she's ready, to fight the Sinnerists.
Yeah.
It's always interesting to see Tamika now doing the live shows with everything that she's been through and see this is like her great war.
Yeah.
It's very interesting to get that look. And this to me is like one of the two probably biggest plot points in this.
Oh yeah.
Where we sneak in. I mean, there's not even there is some poetry to it, but it's not the same poetry as everything else. It's just, here she is with an army of children.
Yeah.
She threatened to fight the reporter.
Oh,
and the reporter was chased off.
That's my favorite part, actually. I'm like, yes, chase him. Go get him, girl. Actually, early on, I feel like, she's 12 and she goes through this like tough time at 12. And that's why people are like, oh, when people ask me now, they're like, oh, well, you play her like really light now. I'm like, yeah, but she's still like a teen and still does teen stuff. She just has also been a general in a war against a evil corporation trying to take over her town.
Yeah. There's also like a level of normalcy to that sort of thing in Night Vale.
Yeah.
Like everyone kind of has fought some sort of big bad crazy.
Yeah.
So that like, it's like, yeah, of course. Like, yeah, she has been through a great war, but also like she still cares about her homework. You know, she still has energy to be active in her community. Like it hasn't broken her because it's
right.
Yeah.
Because she's been through more than other people have. And it's a normal thing in Night Vale to just face constant danger.
Yeah, like the leader of a child army in the real world would probably be like pretty hard. But in Night Vale, when this sort of thing is like the norm,
Yeah, do you as the actor playing Tamika, do you feel like that's compartmentalization on her part, or it really is just that's Night Vale, like we are all living this terrible life? And also, it's like this weird mix of normal and terrible, or is it she's seen horrible things and she has compartmentalized them away, so she draws on it when she needs it, like it's available to her?
Well, honestly, I feel like it is like something like when she needs to be tough, she'll be tough, and like it's always there and always at the ready. But I think she also thinks it's normal to like hang out with her friends and like read books in her free time, and she does stuff for enjoyment and won't let something small like some company come between her and like going to like some sort of fair or something.
Right.
Nothing should ever come in the way of the fair.
Nothing.
No, not at all.
Nothing should. We were talking about the Dutchess County Fair again. We've talked about this before.
All we care about is the Dutchess County Fair. It's the best week of the whole year.
Waiting for it.
Gotta hit that fair.
Gotta hit that fair. One of the things that made me, when I was listening to this today, made me like feel weird things was talking about the Brown Stone Spire, and Thanksgiving's just around the corner. It's a great time to get your family together, eat your fill, then crawl out through the sharp rocks and sand until your knees leave blood streaks on the barren earth and you feel the Brown Stone Spire. Who hasn't walked out of a restaurant feeling like that?
Yep.
We've had times. We've definitely had times where we walk out and the sharp rocks and sand leave you blood streaks on the barren earth from your knees.
What do you eat the most of at Thanksgiving dinner? If you have your favorite version of everything.
Stuffing.
Yeah,
I'm
it
a
is the stuffing.
Stuffing and mashed potatoes.
Mm-hmm.
Stuffing and mashed potatoes for me. And I don't do gravy.
Really?
No, I'm not a gravy person.
I love gravy.
Gravy's so good.
You know what? And that's funny because I generally love a sauce.
You love sauce.
I love sauce.
Yeah, it's just brown sauce.
It is. But like, I love the purity of really good, like soft stuffing, but then it has to have a crust.
You gotta have your crispy edges. Yeah.
Sure.
I like a little sausage in my stuffing.
I've enjoyed that. I like it to be a little sweet, but not like sugary. But
I put
like
craisins in.
Okay.
I do craisins, onions, carrots, celery, Yeah, your standard mirepoix, and then your Thanksgiving herbs. You run it through the Thanksgiving herb garden: parsley, sage, rosemary, thyme.
Right.
And then I use a turkey stock and eggs and salt and sausage. Oh, it's so good. And then you bake
I like
that.
a cornbread one.
I like a cornbread one too. I use just the box of the cubes.
All it is dried bread.
Yeah,
It's not like you're cheating.
I don't hand cube. I hand cubed before. One time I had Cecil over Thanksgiving and I hand cubed, and he didn't enjoy it. And he was not afraid to tell me what he did and did not like about the Thanksgiving dinner I made for him. So
Did you appreciate that, or were you like, what the hell?
it was nice. It's always nice to have Cecil over for dinner.
He's a growing boy.
He's a growing boy.
He
actually is fun. He's a fun dinner guest because he is a growing boy, and I like to feed people. So,
and he likes to eat. That man.
I wish I had made now. Now we have to record here another time so I can make Jennifer's family's recipe for dressing, where you make cornbread, but then you also have stuffing mix, chicken broth, a whole hen, onion, celery, the broth, hard-boiled eggs, salt and pepper, poultry seasoning.
That's got to be the most chickeny, delicious.
It's so good. It's a meal.
It sounds moist.
The first time I visited Jennifer's hometown, which was a little over 13 years ago, that they had that. It was like the holidays. My mother-in-law had been tasked with making it that year, and I've been chasing that dragon for 13 years now.
Yeah.
It's so good. I make it pretty well. I do a pretty good job of it, but you could eat it, and then later on you eat it, and you keep reheating it. It's so good.
Stuffing only gets better with time. And even when it starts to dry out a little bit in the fridge, you get like a little bit more crunchy. And it's good.
You know what I like to do when I'm like reaching the end of like the goodness of some stuffing, but of course I have much more to eat.
Right.
I will press it into a baking pan and then make basically like a inside of the quiche with like ham and like roasted garlic and whatever else I want to toss in there, cheese, whatever. And so I'll bake it so it's like kind of like a crust. You par break it.
Genius.
And then you pour in the egg mixture and then you cook it so then it's like a quiche with a stuffing crust. And then you can cut it up and freeze it. And then you have friggin' stuffing quiche for like 2 months.
Oh my God. That's a genius.
Live your motherfucking life.
That's so good.
Wow.
Mind blown.
I'm here to blow your mind. That's what I'm here for, you guys.
That's such a great idea.
Let's quit the show right now. I don't think we're going to top that.
Might actually blow your mind.
You breaded chicken with Cheetos, and now you're making quiche.
I don't like to waste. I like to use it all. I like to use the whole buffalo.
Use the whole buffalo.
So blowing minds, but like you guys, like let's talk about the bodily functions taking the day off. All right.
Wouldn't that be nice? Yeah. It was like that time I had the colon hydrotherapy. I didn't fart for 24 hours. That was great.
Oh, what a nightmare.
No, it was
good.
Great.
No,
it wasn't
good.
like I needed to and couldn't. It was like my body had never known what it was and never needed to know.
Like they sucked the farts out of you?
Yeah.
Exactly that.
Because
your stomach was on flat.
We've talked about this, but they shoot all the water in your butt and then comes out.
Shooting it.
It fires it in there with a little fork. It's not like you are hung upside down and they're like, well, we'll let it drip in like it's coffee.
I'm not like an elephant at the zoo getting hosed off my beehole.
But they put it in there. They're like, well, we need some pressure.
Yeah.
We need to, what do you call it? Place the water inside you.
It definitely needs to get inside. Yeah.
Yeah.
The water needs to make its way. Listen, I've had to give myself an enema before.
Yeah.
And
it's passive. It's pretty passive. Like all you do sometimes is like hold it, like squeeze it, and then it'll fill you up, and then you just let go. Just gotta let go. And that is honestly the hardest thing to do. Because you're like, this isn't right, I'm laying down.
You're holding it laying down.
Like your whole
and then you're supposed to just let it all out.
Just release.
Yeah, you fill and release.
Where are you? Wait.
You're
Hold on.
Table.
This all sounds bad. They put a hood over your head, and then they put a tube in there. And they're like, here comes water.
You do
but
it yourself.
But it's gently rushed in.
Yeah.
It's an August rush. And then it comes in there.
This was a rough transition from Thanksgiving dinner to all of you who are like, oh, that sounds so delicious. Now we're talking about our colons.
Well, listen, we all know what happens after you eat.
Exactly.
So,
yeah.
So they put you on a hanging sewer grate, and then they're like, all right, we're done. Now hold it. And I know that's part of it is like, I was able to hold it for whatever amount of time. And then just while you're laying there,
let it
go. But you are in the shower?
No.
Where are you?
You're on a
table.
a table. It's like a table. It's like you're in the toilet.
Is there? Hold on. And then somebody coming there like, good job. That's great.
Like all goes down the drain. Like there's no seeing it. Well, you can see it because there's a tube. See it. You can see it. Like there's like a big tube.
It's fascinating.
Like the diameter of probably like a paper towel roll.
Yeah. It's draining out of.
It drains that rinses out.
And they make you look at it so you can see what you did.
But you want to see. You're curious. You're there. A lot of the reason you're there is because you want to know.
But also,
there's no shame.
Isn't there a machine to put the water up there?
Okay, so you like sit on. Here we are. You sit on like a little faucety thing that's very tiny. Okay, but there's room for things to go around the faucety thing. So the faucety thing shoots the water in, and then you release, and it goes into the drain.
You're sitting on you're laying there though.
You're laying down.
And they're like, let's set up the nozzle.
It dips down under your butt. So it's not like
under
it's washing up on your back.
But it's not in your butt. It has to go in your butt.
It's in your butt.
It's got to go in your butt.
Yeah, it's in your butt.
But it's not like it's like the width of a pen.
Yeah.
No, I know. I'm not like they're putting an entire baseball bat up there.
Yeah.
That's not the part I'm interested in. I get that part. But then the water has to go in. Is it like gajung, 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 and then the water's going in like an MRI, or is it like let's just turn on?
It's like turning on a faucet.
Is there music playing?
There can be.
Yeah,
I think there was.
I think there was music.
Well, Bare Naked Ladies is playing, and then you're laying there on a toilet.
It was Chumbawamba Tub Thumping.
Tub thumping
on repeat for 40 minutes.
I get knocked out.
He drinks a whiskey drink. He drinks a sour drink, and that's what your butt is doing. He's drinking a whiskey drink and a sour drink.
Yeah. And it's singing the songs of the good times.
And
the songs that remind you of the better times.
Daddy boy, squirt that liquid into the different pipe.
But anyway.
Is it the same time that the water's going in that stuff is coming out?
But that's how it can black up the hole of the tube.
When that happens, does it play Love and Marriage, like the beginning of Married with Children when the fountain comes on?
Yeah.
Like, you're like, and you're like, oh, I'm done.
There is no done. You could do it forever.
You can do it for as long as you
could sit there. What's the longest either of you have ever done it for?
I've only ever done this thing once.
How long did you do it for?
Like 50 minutes.
Yeah.
That's like 5 times. You've done it 5 times each.
Symphony did it another time.
Was it here? Yeah. You did it another time?
I did another time. I didn't like it as much.
Look, I'm interested. I'm not saying I'm against it. I don't know if I would do it. I think I'm scared.
We did it on like a group chicken. Yeah. We got colon hydrotherapy chicken, the 3 of me, Cecil, and Symphony, and then we all did it and changed our lives.
Really?
Because we joked about it for 2 weeks, and then the day came, and then we never joked about it ever again, and we're very serious about it.
And do you weigh yourself before and after?
We did, didn't we? We said we wanted to.
I don't remember if we weighed ourselves, but I'll tell you what, my stomach was on flat. I wore a crop top at the show after that.
Like you don't even know how much.
It just looked good. I was like, yeah.
It feels good,
I was turning to the side and like looking at myself, and I was like, yeah. And actually, one of my Tinder photos was taken after that. So
you don't realize how uncomfortable it is to have gas in your intestines.
Yeah,
until it's not there anymore, and then you're like, oh, this just feels great. So it's like lazy day.
You're free. Yes, it's very much like lazy day. You're like, I don't have to do anything. I'm just gonna like lay here, maybe eat some flakios.
Yeah, made of imaginary corn.
Before we move off of this section and move on, so I don't want to talk about the colon hydrotherapy anymore. I do want to say
about our own personal Brown Stone Spires.
Yeah, everybody makes a Brown Stone Spire. It gets sucked in. You see it. You're like Brown Stone Spire in the tube. This is my favorite joke so far in the whole podcast, which is today's broadcast is brought to you by Costco. How much could a body even weigh? It's great. I love it.
I actually have a theory on that.
How much it would weigh? Go ahead.
Okay, so like whatever the body would weigh. So like let's say I weigh 155 pounds. That's not true. But then you die, like a body is like it indicates dead, right?
Yes.
Well,
that would be the
or body,
unconscious.
Yeah, it's not a person.
Right, it's not a person. It's just a body.
Yeah.
Okay, so whatever the weight was minus like what is it? 21 grams.
Like that movie.
Soul.
Yeah.
It's for your soul.
Your soul is being sucked out.
I feel like my soul, just because it's part of my body, would be like a little bit overweight.
You think your soul would be overweight, like 22 grams?
Yeah, just like
21.5 grams.
Because it's like that's the body type I'm working with is always just like running a little high. So
well, your soul is pretty great. So
yeah,
I think you have a good soul.
It retains water, like the whole like I'm prone to retaining water.
Right.
So.
Yeah, I don't know. My soul probably is okay. It's a little damaged, but it's fine. What do you think? How much do you think your soul weighs?
I don't know. Feels like it would weigh more.
Oh, you think it weighs more than 21
Yeah, I
grams?
worry about things a lot. I think that worry
Weighs on your
I had to
soul?
wonder, yeah.
It weighs your soul, makes your soul weightier, right?
I was in therapy recently. I was in a moment where I was like, oh, I think I'm about to cry. And it felt good. Like, oh, I'm having a breakthrough. And I didn't cry. And then my thought
Did it
was
stress
like,
you out?
should I have cried then? I probably should have cried. What's wrong? Am I a sociopath that I can't feel enough to cry?
Yes,
It's probably
you
that.
of all people are a
And
sociopath.
but then I'm in this moment of like, maybe if I sit in this, I'll feel it and then I'll cry. And then the session was over.
You're like, well, I guess
I
I'll.
was like, oh, well, I guess next time I'll try. Maybe I'll
Save
be
it for
better
next
at it
time.
next time.
Yeah, that's why you go to get better at crying in a
Yeah.
room with a stranger
Yeah, it's
who
really- they're
knows
actually-
everything about you and you know nothing about them.
Yeah, they're crying lessons. Yeah, exactly. I kind of try to work stuff in like, oh, how are you doing? What's going on?
They're like, why do you want to know that? Hal?
But then I like, yeah, and then I feel weird. I'm like, maybe I shouldn't. I don't want to. Am I going to make them feel uncomfortable? This is
It's
why
not
I'm in
about
therapy.
them. Yeah.
I know, but I immediately think like if they ask me to do something and then I haven't done it, next time I go in, I feel like I'm going to say I didn't do it. They'll be like, well, you're a piece of shit.
That's definitely what they're going to say. That's the type of therapy you go to.
I do pay for that.
Is it?
I pay somebody else to call me a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Please.
Is it some sort of?
I'm
Are
a
you sure it's a
businessman.
therapist? And not,
I know, Mike, that's dominatrix talk.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Hey.
that's just me feeling bad. So I think my soul would be heavier.
Oh, my soul is light as light in the loafers.
Light as-
I'm like, I don't give a fuck.
I don't give a hugger. You.
Speaking of that, let's talk about John Peters,
You know.
The,
the
farmer?
farmer. Those people don't. The board of directors, they don't seem to know where he is either. Right? He's like disappeared. He's become as hard to locate as his corn,
Yeah.
which I always hear as QUORN, like the fake
Corn.
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 Talk about something that's going to give you gas. Whew, that
Oh, really?
corn.
That's the
Corn will
binders.
rip you up.
You know what else will do it?
What?
Sugarless candy.
Oh, man.
'Cause
Wait.
it's baby laxative that they use as a sweetener.
Wait, shut up.
yeah.
Really?
There's the gummy bear thing that people do to trick each other. There's like,
Why would you trick somebody with gummy bears?
because it creates a lot of pooping.
It'll make you. It's a laxative. You're basically having a
Okay,
laxative.
I'm literally looking back and forth at them, like with a very
What-
dumbfounded look on my face. I don't understand.
In the late 80s, early 90s, my mom went through a sugarless candy phase, and I was like eating any candy I could find. So I ate a whole bunch of the sugarless candy. We were down the shore, and my friend Josh was staying with us for the weekend. We're watching TV, and I'm like, it was so bad. There was the air was like grabbing your face and going fart, like right over your hand and mouth. I was like putting its hand over your nose and mouth and going, "Smell me." It was pea soup thick in the air, and it would not stop. It was not quiet. It was like over and over again.
Yeah.
And they were bad?
Yeah, and I couldn't stop laughing. I was in tears from laughing at it. It was
You were-
not good for Josh.
You were like jet propelled to Atlantic City in the ocean. You like go for a swim and you end up in like on the other side in the bay.
Yeah, I was flying like, look, there's Merv Griffin's resorts. And
Yeah.
then into the
Did
water.
you ever hear from that friend again? Or was that the end of your friendship?
Took him down the shore and farted the whole time.
Yeah. I was like, how much should a body weigh? Yeah, I don't really talk to him as much anymore.
Oh.
Let's call him right now.
That's not, yeah, I'll just call him. Hey, Josh, remember this?
Remember the time we went DTS? And I was FARTing.
So another reemergence that happened was the transdimensional pyramid comes back. We hear a little bit about that. And they said that they were like, well, we didn't have anything to do with that, right? I just find that fascinating. That's another thing that we get another little bit of.
Yeah, these tastes.
And apparently they were mad that the pyramid wanted things like a trailer that was like normal on the outside, but like really big on the inside, kind of like a TARDIS. And then also health benefits, because anytime anybody asks for health benefits, that's just ridiculous.
Yeah, why would you ask for such a thing? Do you also want like a golden, anything?
Yeah.
Have either of you ever worked with somebody who had crazy demands? I feel like there are a lot of people who've been out on tour, but I can't imagine any of them had crazy demands.
Not really.
No.
No, everyone's pretty chill. And
Yeah.
like also, I don't know. We don't take shit.
Yeah. I'm like, also, what do we have
Yeah.
to give you? Like,
You kind of know the deal. Like, here's the deal coming in.
yeah.
Take it or leave it.
Look, many of you won't know this, but Meg is a wonderful tour manager who makes sure that you are taken care of in most ways. But like, we also manage expectations. Like, we're providing a residence, some accommodations, and some flying stuff. And you're gonna get food.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you get dinner every night. You get your per diem. You get your hotel. You get your half your hotel room, half your Hampton Inn.
Exactly.
You get a paycheck.
And what else do you need, really?
Yeah. I tell you where to go every day.
Right.
You don't have to make a travel plan.
Yeah, or think or whatever.
Think or anything. Really? Just get on the train.
But no silliness. Like, you can't be like, I want first class flights. We'll all be like, ha, 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 ha.
There was that one time where I bought us first class flights because they were super cheap. We flew from like Salt Lake to somewhere. And it was like Salt Lake to like, it was like a puddle jumper. It was like Salt Lake to Boise or something. It wasn't far.
Right.
And first class was like within budget. So we bought us first class. We were like the whole first class.
Yeah.
It was like all 6 of us were just like the whole first class.
But you know, for those like 15 minutes that flight was, we were the best people.
We were the best people.
Yeah, you feel so good.
We're like, keep going, Poors. Your seats are back there.
There was also the time that Cecil and I got bumped to first class because we had status on Delta. And so we Cecil and I got bumped and then you guys had to walk past us and we were just like, oh, we feel like shitheads. Oh, just like hiding.
But they continued to put their hands over their faces so we couldn't sit. We're like, Meg, Cecil?
No.
And they're like, we don't
know them.
Keep moving.
In the stewardess movie, Nate, I know them. I know them. Keep moving, ma'am.
And it was like first class on such a tiny plane that it was like just a normal airplane seat. It was it was one of those planes where it's like one seat and one seat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I kind of like those.
I know those planes. Yeah.
Did you guys notice all the poetry that was in this episode?
It's like the traffic, the high concept prose section.
I love it. I always like that because it does make you have lots of thoughts, like thinking about. You're like, okay. The thing that I have trouble with is I'll hear one line and then I'll start thinking about that line. And by the time I come back, it's already like the next paragraph. And I'm like, oh no.
That's what's so nice about the script books is you can kind of deep dive into the words.
Yeah.
The script books, which are coming out for seasons 3 and 4, will be out this spring. Pre-order now.
I definitely did not write my essay last minute.
I definitely did not write my essay last minute.
There is something to that though, that progression. It feels like walking into a basement that scares you, where at first you're like, oh, I'm going to go down to the basement, it's fine. And then the further down you go, every noise, every sound, it gets darker and darker and darker.
Yes, very much so.
Which is a progression they play with a lot. But the way the language, it's like the most beautiful way to deliver terrible news.
Yeah. This one with the traffic, especially, it's like talking about a river, and then it's a deep river turning through landscapes, and then it's slamming boulders with violence, but without malice. It comes wider and wider, like a human settling into the best part of age. And it keeps going, and then finally one last exit, great engulfing by an ocean in which all water is the same water. And finally finds some rest, like a human settling into the better, like a human settling. And then that's when I was like, whoa. I felt I had a Keanu moment.
Yeah. The thing that took me from there was this thing in the traffic section. It's like a becoming wider, slower, like a human settling into the better part of age. A river that only shows evidence of movement when it carries some other thing, some life upon it, like a human settling into the better part of age. So it's like you can't see how big it is and what it's doing unless it's carrying something. Mm. And so it's like, yeah, it really is a nice metaphor for aging, right?
Yes.
You just see it carrying. Oh God, just carrying.
I know.
You just turn around and you're older.
Yeah. Well, and even I've noticed even like changes that my face and my body have undergone in the past, like even 3 to 4 years. I'll notice because I look at myself like all the time, as most of us do. And, you look at yourself and you're like, okay, I look fine without makeup. I look fine without makeup, or like my body is okay, like whatever. And then you look like a few years later and you're like, well, this is not where that's supposed to be. It's just like, and I thought that was always a joke. I mean, I know, and your body changes and is going to start like sagging or doing things, or like your face is going to become a little bit more like full or jowly or like whatever. And like, your nose and your ears are like always growing. Isn't that true?
Yeah. My nose has grown so much lately. It's been weird. No, it has been. It's just like the past like 5 years.
Really?
Yeah.
See? But you notice it because you look at your face every
it's
day.
my freaking face, but yeah.
Yeah. I get hair in my ears a lot. Like a hair.
Like one? One
Like
long one?
one long one. I used gaffer's tape at work the other day. I was like, I
To
felt
wax
it.
it?
I just put it on either side and I went like that to get it out. And it was a long hair. It was a long hair.
It's impressive.
And Jennifer wasn't. Jennifer, bless her soul,
Didn't say
She
it.
does
was
some of the
like,
grooming.
you have a hair that she takes her nail like that and tweezes it out with her fingers. But she wasn't there. I was like, Hal, you have to be Jennifer now.
Yeah.
I-
Sometimes I do that for Joseph.
Yeah. I texted her about it. I was like, I just use gaffer's tape to remove hair from my ears. Also, I'm an adult human with dignity.
Mm-hmm.
I do feel like things like that, like you're like, that wasn't there before. And all of a sudden it just shows up. Like
Right.
you're looking every day, and like you're like, oh, no hair. And then all of a sudden you look and there's a giant, you're like, how'd you grow overnight? Were you just curled up in there and like all of a sudden they just popped out?
Yeah. It's nasty.
Oh, being a
Trickery.
human
Aging sucks.
could be more fun than being a human.
But I still feel like I'm 22. I still feel that way.
I feel that way in my heart and my mind.
Yeah.
But my knees and my feet tell a different story.
I'm just like you kids who watch me whip. No, watch me nay nay.
Watch me nay-nay,
Watch
kids.
me whip.
Yeet.
Yeet.
Can we send?
Guys, yeet. Like, I understand. When I hear new things like that, I'm like, oh, so is that a noun or an adjective?
How do we
I
diagram the
use it?
sentence of yeet?
Can I say I was yeeting today?
Is there somebody who listens to the show who's a high school principal and will let us go undercover as students for a day?
Hello,
they're
fellow
like,
high schoolers.
Yes. Hello, fellow high school children.
Yeah.
It is I, another youth.
Yeah, I'm just transferred in from skateboard high. We all wear our hats backwards there. It's no big deal.
Be like, oh man, that's so bad, meaning good. So further on, after this traffic section, guys, is it just me or does stuff start getting, I mean, everything's already weird, but
Yeah.
the whole floating descriptions of everything, it's kind of freaky. It's like almost like they're floating in some sort of like they're about to get stuck in amber.
Mm-hmm.
Not like amber is the color of your energy by 311.
Whoa.
But like everything's starting to even slow down even more. And that other thing that I was thinking was that it's like, whoa, it's like a weird black hole. You know how time like slows.
Mm-hmm.
Science.
Science people.
So yeah, I feel like I've said that before, that there's like a weird feeling of like the time continuum like slowing down, like it's on the edge of a black hole and like time is lengthening out. And that's how I felt during that whole thing, and it freaks me out.
Yeah. I
And
love
I got scared.
the structural standpoint of this episode where it starts out, well, it's just a hot day. They're all just
Yeah.
tired. Things have slowed down a little bit.
Yeah.
Maybe it's the middle of summer. Things aren't too busy at work. It's just slowed down. And then the dial just keeps getting turned up. And all of a sudden we're at Night Vale 11 and they're floating.
Yeah.
And Carlos is cleaning his gutters while floating. And
Yeah.
like and then it all starts to just like starts to freeze and lengthen. And,
And the sun is going out.
and the sun is going out. Like it gets to and it gets to Night Vale 11, which is like normal life 15.
Yeah, and he even said, okay, the sun is going out, and then yes, a black tumor of darkness, of absence, is on the face of the brightness. The brightness is dimming. It really makes me think of like the event horizon. Y'all, I'm really thinking like this is like some, what is that movie?
Event Horizon? The one with Lawrence Fishburne?
Have we mentioned this movie before?
How much it scares me when they have no eyes.
Maybe. Ooh, that actually sounds really scary.
Yeah, it's very scary. Somebody with sockets for eyes. Sorry. Pass. Hard pass. Get some eye patches, you
I think
monster.
I've talked about this before, about that horse that had one eye.
What?
What?
I think I talked about this.
I don't think so. Tell us.
I talked about this on some podcast. I know I was behind a microphone talking about a horse with one eye.
Was it what you were on This Is Adulting?
It could
That
have
was
been on
recent.
This Is Adulting. Could have been this show. But yeah, when I was growing up, the barn where we kept our horse, I'm just going to say it out loud. I had a horse. It's okay. I loved it, and it loved me back.
Every little girl's dream.
Yeah.
I lived it.
You had a horsey.
His name was Leo, and he was very good. And he might be alive somewhere still, hopefully. Anyway, the barn where we kept our horse, there was another horse that lived there, and his name was Tex, and he had one eye, and it was just like a socket. And he was like really sweet.
He didn't have a patch over it?
No, the horse did not wear an eye patch.
Wow. Would you hear the wind like?
I was always like a little bit like, because sometimes you couldn't see the inside of it all the way, and then sometimes you could.
Oh no!
You don't
Would
know
the
which
hair
is
go
worse.
over it sometimes, and you were like, okay.
You don't know what's worse, like seeing the bottom of the black hole or not seeing the bottom of the black hole.
Yeah.
I think seeing the bottom would be the grosser part.
Yeah, I think that would be gross.
Like where the skin bunches together.
You could shine a flashlight right in there, and I wouldn't know.
But when you're grooming
Tex
him,
wouldn't
I
know.
never groomed him, but if you were grooming him, you would have to clean it out, right?
Oh,
Wait, does lint or something get in there?
And it's like dust and other horse stuff.
What if you put like, no, that'd be terrible. Poor guy.
Get like a little sponge in there, probably.
But he lived happy. He was happy though, right?
Yeah, he had a good life.
He wasn't like, he didn't have barks on me. He wasn't like, "Ugh."
He seemed like pretty chill. I don't think he
great.
knew.
they can only see one side at a time anyway.
Yeah.
He's like, oh,
He was just not getting any information on that left side.
yeah.
Gross.
How did we get here?
That horse, I would like. To,
We were talking about
do you think if that
Event
horse,
Horizon.
if that horse was jumping, that it would run into a lot of stuff because of the depth perception would be off?
Oh,
He
yeah.
did all right. I never rode him, but he did all right. I don't remember him bumping into shit.
Is it bad that I think that would be hilarious
I think that I
to
don't think
see a
it's
horse
bad.
trip? But as long as he
horses
can get
trip-
back up,
horses
That's
trip all
actually
the
really
time.
sad. It's sad
Horses
to
trip
see.
all the time.
as long as it gets back up, I'm okay with it.
Right?
Yeah.
I don't want it to be hurt.
And
I just
isn't
want it to
that
be
life?
funny.
Yeah.
You fall down. Every time you fall down, you got to get the second time up. That's the quote.
All right. I also highlighted that it said the source of all life is joining the rest of us in taking today to do nothing. That's probably not good. I'm like, yeah, it's probably not good. Like the source of all life, some people's lungs and brain and hearts and stuff have like stopped working. So
Yeah.
And then he's like, well, at least I saw the ending of Breaking Bad.
Because the worse it gets, they're being slowed and drained more and more. So it's almost.
But they don't even care.
Because it allows them to be taken. You're going to come without a fight because you have no energy left. You're
Yeah.
just going to sort of succumb to it, and that's it.
And then that's the end of that big bad. And then when we come back, it's like, oh, everything's fine. I had some coffee and everything's fine now, right?
That is like almost a lampoon of episodes that have come before, where it's like Monster of the Week, and then
Yeah.
like, turns out it was this or it was that. It's
Right.
just sort of the solution is not the point.
Right.
So you get so wrapped up in a traditional storytelling. Well, tell us why. Tell us how it was solved. We have to know about that.
Yeah.
But
And this one was like,
is-
how was it solved? How was the day saved? And like, it wasn't.
yeah.
It didn't need to be.
That's not what this show is.
Yeah.
In a larger sense. It's about people and relationships and feelings and
Yeah.
fears and manifestations of those things rather than I fashioned a radio out of these parts and now everything is solved. Like that doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's not neat. It's
Yes.
not. It doesn't have a bow.
Right.
There's no bow because there's no bow in life.
Right.
You know?
Well, and like they say, we wake up, we move on. No state is our state forever. All is fleeting. And isn't that just the way life is?
Ain't just the way it is. Yeah, sometimes we have moods and sometimes we have feelings and then they go away and we feel better.
And there's nothing a little coffee couldn't help.
Yeah,
right.
sometimes coffee is good.
That's
sometimes.
the way it is.
That's the way it is, yeah.
That's just the way it is. Great.
Should we move on to the
Hey.
weather?
Yeah. Oh, wait. There's one more thing. It's like
Oh, this
the
is
last
we were listening to
paragraph.
this in the car
I
today.
was like, oh. Okay, because then it's like, okay, we're up. There's a lot of energy. Like, we're ready to go and do us again. And then Carlos was like, oh, I've had a busy day. I think I'll take a nap now. And then he was like, well, that sounds nice. And then I was like, oh, you're going to nap together, huh?
And Cecil's like, gotta go. There's someplace else I gotta be.
And I'm like, oh. You know what that means.
Mm-hmm.
But they're gonna take a nap.
Snuggling and smooching.
They're going to make the nap with two backs.
Who do you think? No,
That's Shakespeare.
The reason I say
basically.
ew is who likes to sleep face to face, not me.
Breathing
Don't breathe
in
your
your-
hot
Yeah.
breath in my face. I think it's because I'm short, and then I just get like
The
the
downspout.
downspout of breath,
stink.
which is
Yeah.
the worst.
This whole stink jet.
And then I have to be like, come up for air. Who do you think is the little spoon? If they spoon,
Carlos.
Oh, I was gonna say Cecil.
I think Cecil as well. But it's a good theory that you think it's Carlos.
I do. I think he's figured out scientifically that it's better to be on the inside for
scientific reasons.
For thermodynamics. Because it's warmer. It's warmer on the inside. You're the one being warmed.
I love it. And then we come back to the whole Thanksgiving thing because it's like, stay tuned for Keening Hal, a scratch at the door, a hood falling over your face, and a delicious roasted squash recipe your family will just love. I do love roasted squash.
A hood falling over your head. They're going to hydrotherapy.
Yes. And you get squash while you're there.
Yeah, sure. And you also leave squash while you're there. Exactly.
Sometimes. Up next, we hear from fans and friends of the podcast about their theories, comments, and questions. But first, a conversation about this episode's weather, which is Manir by Brain Power. This is some Ned hop is the genre of this.
Ned
hop.
Netherlands.
Like Netherlands. Yes. It's
okay.
Some more Dutch rap.
Okay, I love the hip hops. You kids know this. I'm your granny Simpho, and I love the hip hops. But also, like, I don't know what they're saying, and I tried to look up a translation, and I could not find it. And that's okay, because that's not my job. But I liked it, and it was reminiscent, and I couldn't figure out what song it made me think of. But I loved the music behind it. I just liked that it sounded like old school rap where it was like, okay, this refrain of this song is going to keep playing, and then you come in and you do your 16 bars, and you hop out like double Dutch.
Yeah, it's like the Sugar Hill Gang.
Yes, except they're not like, my name is so-and-so, I'm here to say.
Or talking about meals they've had at somebody's house.
This is terrible and tastes like wood. Maybe it is that. I don't know what they're saying.
Manir means my way. Yeah, like if I had my way. If I had Manir.
If I had my druthers.
If I had my Manir. Yeah, love that Ned rap. It reminds me of that song that we listened to in the car the other day, the one that's the Italian band that wanted to
prison cap.
They wanted to just write a song that sounded like an American rock song.
Eyes.
And so this, I don't remember the name of it.
I think I've heard that before.
Yeah.
It's what it
we
sounded
played
like
it
to me.
on tour before, like in the car.
I love it. It's one of my fave songs. Eyes. I don't know what it's called.
Yeah, but it's a bunch of people singing them. But it's an Italian group. You'll know it if you just start typing in PRISEN, and then it'll just like pop up. You'll find it.
Going down to the restaurant.
Right. It's like,
will you have a sandwich of
girls? Eyes?
Prison industrial complex is what happened when I started typing it in.
Girls.
Well, we know Meg's
dancing music.
No, they don't actually say like actual words. Oh. It's just like things that sound like.
Oh, they think, is it like hardware down to the Berwines?
It's a prison colon in Tuscaloosa. And that's all we can use without permission. That's our 8 seconds. Okay.
Well, what do you think, Hal?
I agree with both of you.
Okay.
Great. Moving on. Let's bump it to the FanZone.
The FanZone.
FanZone.
The FanZone.
FanZone. The FanZone.
FanZone.
Stay right there. Good Morning Night Vale will return after a brief break.
Becky writes to us. Becky writes, Dear Night Vale Gang, I just finished listening to your episode looking at cassette, and I wanted to weigh in about the Girl Scout cookie issue. I was a Girl Scout and have a leader for a mom. I can tell you with certainty that Hal is correct. Different councils use different bakers. If you're in the same area, but the name of your cookies changed, like Samoa to Caramel Delight, your council switched bakers. Other places, such as the DC area, where I am, still have the other baker. These different bakers use different recipes, so the same cookies will taste differently at different places. I really enjoy the show. It's been so crazy hearing about early Night Vale again. I only found Night Vale last summer, but it's still odd how much I've forgotten. Live long and prosper, Becky.
I'm giving you the live long and prosper through that microphone, Becky.
Me too.
Yeah.
Thank you, Becky, for confirming. I know one of the bakeries is called ABC Bakery. I
Yeah.
do not know what the other one is. Thank you for your service.
Thanks.
There is someone else wrote to us and told us like the whole story of I don't have it with me. They told us like all the names of the bakeries and all that stuff.
Well, once upon a time, there were two bakeries who both made cookies for Girl Scouts.
Was it like that?
Yeah.
Gather around, everybody. I'm an animatronic owl.
Well, I think we can appreciate that there are a multitude of bakers. Now we're going to hear from KD. Dear Meg, what about the rest of us? It's fine.
I like that you're not reading this one too.
Yeah.
Not a Girl Scout, but where I live, it seems Samoas are still called Samoas. Shrug, because otherwise you won't know that I shrug.
Yeah.
Okay. I will say that every time I buy a box, I do wind up listening to episode 44, Cookies, while I eat them. And Symphony, oh, now you're talking to me. You are not alone in this America, for I also do not like chocolate and mint together.
What?
Thank you. So I am with you on being anti-Thin Mints. I thought I was the only one. Cyber high five. And a cyber high five to you, KD. Sorry, Meg and Hal. Another shrug. Anyway, thanks, guys. With love and a cookie, KD.
The only time my name was mentioned was saying, sorry, douche.
Well, no.
I don't like your chocolate and mint together.
You know what? I appreciate that someone, because generally I'm in the minority.
Yes.
Of that's funny because I'm black. It is though.
It is.
So a lot of people really, it's a classic flavor combination that a lot of people like, and I just don't. I like chocolate, I like mint, but I like them separate. And I'm very particular about my mint flavors. Like, I don't like gum-wise, I don't like wintergreen, none of that stuff. I like peppermint flavor, and that's it. Don't come to me with that green gum, because I'll refuse it.
Spit it right in your face.
I'll be like,
This is what you like. This is what you want.
You asked for this. Well, I'm sorry you don't know the joy of mint and chocolate together, KD. We've already been over this. I have there's mint chocolate chip ice cream in that freezer, and after you guys leave, there won't be any more because I'll eat the rest of it.
You're gonna go
While
ham.
I
You're
watch
gonna go ham on that.
The damn West Wing. I swear.
When you watch The West Wing
Yes.
and you watch the intro, do you sing their names?
Like, Josh Lyman's here.
Yeah. Allison, Jenny,
Oh, the actor's
Richard,
names.
Shiv. Yeah.
I've literally
Martin
never seen that show.
Sheen
Martin Sheen. It's a special shout out to my mom who sings it all to their names as they come across.
Aw, Lid.
Martin, The West Wing.
with Rob Lowe. Oh, that's good. That's very good.
No.
See, now I'm gonna start watching that show. That'll be my next binge when I'm sad and alone in Chicago.
It really is nice
it
to
will
get
lift
you
you
through.
up.
It gets you through a presidency.
Here's what Rachel writes. Hi, Meg, Symphony, and Hal. I hope I'm not too late to talk about Lazy Day. You are not. I've just listened to it again after coming out of quite a long depressive episode. Listening back, it hit me how glaringly obvious a metaphor for depression this episode is. The lack of motivation, the feeling that you can't even be bothered to breathe, the envy of those, Carlos, who can just get on with life and don't have to deal with this. I especially like the ending, though, the reminder that it will pass, the people close to you, Carlos again, who are always there waiting and taking care of business for you when you come back to reality. I have no theory. I just wanted to say thank you because I really did need to hear right now that no state is our state forever. Love all you guys, from Rachel. Rachel, I'm glad you came out of that state. I know how difficult that can be. And it's great that this episode helps remind you that there are people who love you and do care, even though in those moments your rational mind can't overcome what's going on. And that is okay. And you will be okay. And we are glad you're here and that you're listening to the show.
Yeah, I would have never even thought of it like that, but it makes total sense from what I understand of when people go through a depressive episode.
Yeah.
And yeah, we're glad you're here, Rachel. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm glad you came out of your depressive state.
Yeah.
And wrote us an email.
Yeah.
It's a good reminder.
Yeah, definitely.
Time passes, things change.
Nothing's forever, boo.
Nothing is forever,
Nothing.
and that's what's so great about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Miles writes to us, first things first. Hi, loving the first 10 episodes I have. Downloading content to my phone is irritatingly atypically involved process. I'm not sure what that sentence means, but I hope that you get those episodes downloaded. Don't know if Meg is still the main reader of emails. Yes. But if Symphony has not taken up the mantle, tell her she's got a fantastic laugh.
Oh, thank you.
I'm telling her right now in front of her. Thanks, Miles. Second thing second, if you end up talking about this one on the show, I think you're doing a thing where you don't mention people by name unless they say it's cool. It's cool. Call me Miles. Hey, Miles.
Miles.
My headcanon for Cecil's recording booth is as follows. Very high up, like on top of a radio tower. He's up there. That's where he is, on the radio tower. Everything is kind of packed in and cluttered, like they moved from a room half again as large into a storage closet, so there just isn't enough room. There are overflowing filing cabinets covering the entire left wall, and the window into the production room is to the right. The recording booth is a desk overflowing with the contents of 3 milk crates of old computer wires and outdated technology. In the middle of the mess is a small clear area with a microphone, room for some elbows, and occasionally a folder with scripts if Cecil has to read off of something. Under the desk, it is very dusty. There are 2 more crates of outdated technology and Ethernet cables and the like. To the left, the filing cabinets are right against the desk, so there's a part of it that's like a little shelf, and underneath it's fun, dusty cranny you can squeeze into and be surrounded on 3 sides. Good place to hide. There are no windows. Directly in front of the desk is a pane of glass which would look out over the town. It is black. The pane of glass works like a scrying glass.
Oh.
Semi-involuntarily. Cecil can see the news with it. That's how he knows what's going on, and that's how he knows the news on Lazy Day. Speaking of Lazy Day, here we are. I am very familiar with this episode because it is the last thing on my sleep playlist, so I've subconsciously absorbed it in its entirety. One time I was walking home from school in the biting cold, and my nose was cold, and my fingers were cold, and my everything was cold, and I put on Lazy Day, and it warmed me up. I think that in the part where the sun is going out, it's a solar eclipse, like the sun was feeling super lazy that day, like everyone else. And it's so called over the moon to eclipse, so it wouldn't have to do its job. Anyway, loving the podcast. Have a lovely day. Bye, y'all. Miles, thank you so much for sharing your headcanon of Cecil's studio. It's nice to always hear how someone else is envisioning it, because we all have our little imaginary worlds for what the studio looks like. It's nice to hear someone else's. I really liked your take. The crates of Ethernet wires and stuff. I found that to be particularly interesting.
Yeah, I love how detailed it is. It's not the same picture I have, but I have a very clear picture of yours. I kind of wonder how much. I know there's a ton of fan art, and I know that the art will include the studio space, but I wonder how much of it is if people have done specific art just of the studio space. And if so, let's see that art. Share it with us. Tag us on the Facebook, on the Instagram. Let us know. I want to see that art.
We love to see it.
Please do.
We love all sorts of art. Pitchleg writes, I guess there's a reason this episode in particular, among many others, is one that I keep coming back to the most often. It's perfect for power naps. Certainly not because it's dull. The events of the episode are surely freaky when you take a minute to think about it. The theme of everything just stopping for a while with Cecil's lulling and light tone just makes it very comfortable to play in the background, while the length, the placement of the weather, and the overall pace makes the nap work. I have enough time to doze off for a bit. The weather's beat wakes me up, and the post-weather is a good pep talk and long enough to collect my bearings before actually opening my eyes and getting up to go on with the day, paralleling the episode itself very nicely. While I'd say Registry of Middle School Crushes might take my number 1 spot for the monologue about stories, this one's certainly been one of my favorites from the day it was released. I would say this is a great episode, but you know what? I can't take a nap for less than like 2.5 hours. So I can't relate to that part, but I'm jealous that you can. So thanks, Pitchleg. We really appreciate it. And thanks everybody who's tuned in this week. And remember, next episode, we are going to talk about 36 missing. But until then, remember, find us on our Patreon at patreon.com/goodmorningnightVale. And in the meantime, good morning, Night Vale. Good morning.
Good Morning Night Vale is a Night Vale Presents production. It is hosted by Symphony Sanders, Hal Lublin, and Meg Bashwiner. It is edited by Grant Stewart. It is mixed by Vincent Cacchione. It is produced by Meg Bashwiner. Theme music by Disparition. Special thanks to our fans who submitted their thoughts this week. And special thanks to Hal and Jennifer for hosting our recording session. Leave us a voicemail at 929-277-2050 or email us at info@goodmorningnightVale.com to share your theories and ask questions, or to announce that you are running for President of the USA. This show is powered by our patrons like Kim R., Farrah Martin, Catherine the Gay, Kimberly Ciani, and Nikki Webb. If you're interested in supporting this show in exchange for lots of exclusive hyper cool kid content like having a stale scone mailed to you, check us out at patreon.com/goodmorningnightVale. For more information on this show, go to goodmorningnightVale.com and follow us on Facebook and on Twitter at Night Vale Chat. Special thanks, as always, to Christy Gressman, Jeffrey Craner, Joseph Fink, and Adam Cecil. Today's adverb is robustly. My mom texted me to say that this week's adverb should be robustly. She continues robustly to be the best.